Spring is here, and with it comes lots of litters of puppies. So I have gotten a lot of questions recently asking how to make homemade puppy milk or a milk substitute for puppies when the mother is either isn't producing enough or doesn't have enough nipples to feed all her pups, or for whatever reason you need a milk substitute. So first of all, a disclaimer on this video, you need to make sure that you check with your veterinarian. It's really important, especially for newborn puppies, that they are getting the right nutrition that they need. It can cause lifelong health problems if they don't. So be sure to check with your veterinarian, but I do have 2 recipes for homemade puppy milk that I have researched and checked with my personal veterinarian to make sure that they were a good source of nutrition for young puppies. So again, check with your veterinarian, but these are the 2 recipes that I have found. The first one is 10 ounces of evaporated milk, 3 ounces of water, a half a teaspoon of light corn syrup, and 1 cup of full fat plain yogurt. Make sure you get the plain yogurt, not just vanilla. Vanilla has flavorings and artificial ingredients and sugars in it that puppies don't need. So 1 cup of plain yogurt. And then you're gonna mix all that together in a blender. That makes the milk substitute. Again, your veterinarian will be the person to talk to about feeding times, feeding schedules, the amount that you should be making sure. With puppies, typically you just feed them until they stop eating, but there is going to be a minimum amount that you should be feeding, and if the pups aren't eating that amount, you're going to need to seek veterinary care. So touch base with your veterinarian on how much the puppies should be eating, how often to feed them, things like that. And the second recipe that I have is a recipe that's made with fresh goat's milk. You can pick that up at most natural living centers. Sometimes farmers markets have it. You don't want to use cow's milk. Cow's milk is not digestible as easily for dogs. So be sure that you're using goat's milk, not cow's milk. And it's gonna be 12 ounces of fresh goat's milk, 1 raw egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of mayo, 1 cup, again, of plain yogurt, and 1 teaspoon of corn syrup. And you're going to blend this all together as well, and that will make your puppy milk substitute. Again, I can't stress this enough, seek advice from an expert, a trained veterinarian or a canine nutritionist that can help you with this. But these are 2 recipes that you can use. Take to your veterinarian or your canine nutritionist, ask them. They may make like tweaks to it, or they may say, yes, this is a suitable supplement for mother's milk, but you know, this is the feeding schedule and this is how much you need to make sure each pup is eating. That would depend on the breed, the size, and of course the age of the puppies. So get some advice from an expert. Don't try and do the research online yourself, because you really need to make sure that your pups are getting adequate nutrition.